everybody, welcome back. How is it going? I can't believe I am saying this, but I broke my wrist last weekend and I have to have surgery in 2 days, and I'm so bummed that I was just getting through the worst of the recovery from my jaw surgery and really felt like I was making good progress and with my workouts and everything, and now I have this setback. It's going to be a couple of weeks. The good news is that after I have surgery, I will not have to have a cast. I'll just have a splint for a few days, and then I get a removable splint. So I will be able to start doing some physical therapy right away and kind of using my hand and wrist again. But I was not happy with myself, and I guess I just needed to get a little more titanium put into my body. So I will be having some plates and screws put into my wrist now. Just super bummed that this had to happen right now, but it could have been a lot worse. I'm glad that the recovery process shouldn't be too complicated, and hopefully it'll just be a minor setback overall. But that is kind of my first little update here. Interesting that in my last video I was talking about how I really wanted to start focusing on my overall body healing. I guess this is just even more incentive to really dial down on that, make sure that I'm doing all the things that can help my body really repair and heal. So that will be the plan going forward. I did have a long call with my naturopathic doctor earlier today to kind of map out a plan for the next couple of months and what I can do to really make sure that I am not only continuing to heal from my jaw surgery and obviously now this wrist surgery, but to really promote overall body healing, kind of see if we can get my energy level a little better, maybe get my hormones to be functioning a little bit better and all of those things. So what that is going to look like over the next several weeks is I will be continuing to do some additional IV nutrient therapy like I had done a few weeks ago, and pairing that with hyperbaric oxygen therapy. If you are not familiar with hyperbaric oxygen, it's like those chambers you may have seen that sometimes athletes use them if they're preparing for training at altitude or those kinds of things, but you essentially get into a chamber and it becomes pressurized and basically hyper oxygenized so that it can promote a lot of healing and cellular repair and even neurological repair and everything. I haven't really dug into the research on this. I have looked at some studies, but people that I know and trust have really looked at the research on this, and it has been really shown to have some good healing benefits. So I'm excited to give that a try, and pairing that with the nutrient therapy to just kind of see if I put those two things together and kind of do some of these sessions over the next maybe 4 to 8 weeks, what I notice. So we'll both be measuring just my subjective progress of how I'm feeling, what my energy is like, and just anything else that I notice that might change over that time. And also we're going to be doing some blood testing now to get kind of a baseline, and then we'll repeat that again after I finish up with these therapies and just see if there's any differences. So I'm excited to give those two things a try. The hyperbaric oxygen is something that we've been talking about for a long time, but haven't actually had the chance to really pursue. So very curious to see what that can do, keeping it really consistent for several weeks, and see if that can sort of promote some additional healing, both from jaw surgery, wrist surgery, and just overall energy level and full body healing. In terms of my jaw and recovery process there, the last few weeks, I have noticed more feeling in my lower lip and chin. So this area is still kind of tingly, when I touch it, it's kind of sensitive, but I have a lot more feeling on the sides. It feels much more normal, and it's getting a lot better. I feel like I have just more function and mobility there. The sort of pressure or kind of tension that I've been feeling where they cut the upper jaw and then also in the places where the plates and screws are is also getting a lot better. I still feel all of that, but it's starting to dissipate. I haven't had as much pain, really haven't had any pain or discomfort in my jaw. And I feel like I am getting better mobility back. It's just easier to eat. It's easier to open my mouth, even though I still don't have a huge range of motion, but it feels like all of that is just getting more comfortable gradually, and I am getting just some, more function and mobility back, and it is getting a little bit better. I will be seeing my orthodontist next week as well to get started on orthodontic treatment again. So we will be starting that process up, changing out the wires and rubber bands and everything. And hopefully I'll be able to get an update from her on maybe how long she thinks I will need to continue with the braces until we're fully done, and kind of like what she is trying to do between now and then, or like what changes we still need to make to kind of get everything into the right place and be totally done with the orthodontic treatment. So that is my update for this week. As of today, I am 14 weeks post-op, so I'm looking forward to seeing what the next several weeks or a couple of months brings, how this recovery continues, and whether this IV nutrient and hyperbaric oxygen therapy can help promote more healing and recovery, and what I start to notice over the next couple of weeks. Next week, I will be back with another update on what is happening post-surgery on my wrist, as well as what happens with my orthodontic appointment and what the plan is there. And then also, if I get started on any of these other therapies between now and then, kind of see what that is feeling like to get started. So I will see you again next week with my next update. Thank you as always for watching. You can give this video a thumbs up if you like it, or subscribe to my channel down below. And I will see you guys soon in my next update.